Okay, so here we are cleaning the lawnmower. We removed some of this gunk, you could say, fair amount, and now it's pretty clean as far as this bottom part goes. The team's been working on it. So this lawnmower recently hit a rock and basically immediately stopped when it hit this rock. There's a rock hiding in the grass, and the rock was pretty big. And so all of a sudden it hit it. It sounded like a shotgun went off, and like this thing just like came to a stop. And then so then I looked under it and I saw that the blade was not able to turn because it was butting up against this part here. See, there's a little gap here, and that gap was not there. It was kind of just like caught in there. So the blade wasn't turning, and so I thought for a second that that this thing here, this middle pole thing, was bent possibly, and I thought that this blade was actually like warped because of the rock, because it really smashed into the rock. And the rock kind of, even though this thing has no chute to fling the rock still like managed to fly somewhere. And then so I thought the blade was warped, but I took it to this guy today that I've actually bought this lawnmower from a guy who repairs, or he fixes up lawnmowers. He like refurbishes lawnmowers. And this one's a, what is it, a Craftsman? A Craftsman Gold. Yeah. Yeah, Canadian Tire lawnmower. But actually it's been really good. It's got the different levels, you know, you can like adjust it for like height. And it doesn't have any trouble starting, unlike our whippersnippers, which have like trouble starting, trouble like feeding the cord, but that's another video. But yeah, this thing, I thought the blade was warped, but the guy that I took it back to the guy, and the guy was like, he was nice enough to fix it like on the spot, because that's like kind of his hobby, I guess. But and I got it from him, so I didn't feel like that he was obligated to fix it, but he kindly had me come over, and then he fixed it in his garage while I was there, and then he gave me a few tips, including telling me that this blade, for instance, which looks like it's warped and looks like it's banged into some rocks, actually that's just the aerodynamic shape of this blade, which is kind of surprising, because I'm like, I swore this thing was warped because of the rock, but that's just the way that this is supposed to look, apparently. Like, it just looks all warped and stuff, but it's just the angle of the blade. And then it did have some notches in it that I don't know if we can see them, but like there's a notch like here. Where is that notch?
There's a notch right there. That
notch was what he fixed. That notch, he welded this blade. He basically like sharpened it and like filled in the notches, the chinks or whatever, and got it looking pretty good again. He took it off, obviously, and then he put it back on. And the main problem, though, was actually this thing, this curvature here, which is just a block for this part. Like, this thing was like completely like caved in, like it was like kind of, you know, concave or whatever, not convex, concave. It was like the wrong direction, and that's why the blade wouldn't turn. So it didn't actually have to do with this, but he said that if this thing, if this blade turns properly over here, that's a sign that this thing is not warped, because if it was warped, then the actual back part of this mower would like not line up with the blade at all, and the part that it was getting caught on was the front part. So yeah, he fixed it, gave me some tips, welded it for a bit, and you know, charged me a nominal fee, which was kindly appreciated, because I know that if I took it to the repair shop, they would probably have charged me like, what do you think?
150.
150 bucks probably, just because like the stuff that he did like was pretty hands-on and stuff, you know, so he had to take the thing apart, you know, get the welding goggles on and all that stuff. So yeah, he really basically like did me a solid by fixing that. And I was like worried, because this is like my, you know, one of my main tools for doing lawn care is the old mower here. So now it's clean. You could pretty much drink soup out of this center area here. It's so clean.
If you so desire.
If you wanted to, you could just put water and this in there, boil it, and then just put some, I don't know, some oil in there, and then just eat it. And you'd probably be feeling great after that. So
We're
just gonna take this and remove it. And I guess this is the first sort of like major flossing of the mower. You know, getting rid of the gunk. So it's been like a few months since we got the mower, and it's been through like, you know, 20 or 30 mows on different lawns. And you know, this was just the day that it just happened to hit some rock that was on some hill in some yard that, like, you know, my excuse is I did not see it because the grass in that area was long, and the rock was sort of like flat and kind of jagged, and like, I guess the rumor is that a kid was, you know, kicking the rocks around this yard. And there it goes in there.
3 pounds or so.
3 pounds of gunk. And so yeah, the people that own that house were like, yeah, I guess the kid was like possibly playing with rocks on the yard, and it was just like embedded in the, like, it was sort of shocking when it hit the thing, because it just like, I thought this thing was gonna blow up or something because it was super loud. But
okay.
And now that it's clean, it's going back, and it's been tested, and the thing works now. So I guess now you're just giving it the polish here. What are you using to polish that?
Just a damp cloth.
No special
ingredients
or anything?
No.
Damp cloth cleaning this sucker off. Now it's looking pretty snazzy. And it's back to working conditions. So I guess the lesson is be careful, and also don't let your lawnmower or any of your other tools get too out of optimal condition, because then you can run into problems. And this thing was due for a bit of a cleaning, so
yeah,
so it's good.
4 pounds worth of old
Yeah.
grass and dirt.
So I'm not going to say it was good that I hit the rocks. It wasn't good, but it taught me a valuable lesson.